It's an all-new episode of The Good Stuff, and it's Appy Hour. Mary's serving up bite-sized brilliance with an all-star crew of kitchen greats. Andrea Bucket brings cheesy crostini 3 ways. Anna Olson goes air-fried and fabulous. And Spencer Watts is rolling out his viral salmon sushi baked tacos. Plus, is it even a party without one of Mary's classic party meatballs? Get ready to get snacking, cause Appy Hour is officially in session.
All things appetizers today. Helping me serve up some delicious shareables, perfect for any party. Please welcome Anna Olson, Andrea Bucket, and Spencer Watts. I am feeling excited. I think we can all agree for sure that apps are a total must-have at any party, get together, right?
Yes, honestly.
Right?
Sometimes they are the whole party.
100%.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have the party just so I can have many flavors.
It's a great way to eat. Lots of little things, lots of flavors, lots of textures.
Yeah.
It's a perfect way to consume.
It is 100%. Now, I feel like we all obviously have our favorites. We've got our classics. We've got our go-tos. But Anna, I'm not going to lie to you. This episode is actually inspired by you.
Stop it. How?
Yes.
Why?
Okay, so fun fact. Last season, you told me something. I was shocked. Let's take a look. This is reminding me of like party meatballs.
Yeah.
Do you remember party meatballs?
I don't know what party meatballs are.
You guys know party meatballs.
They're in a crock pot.
They're in a crock pot all the time. And there's like grape jelly, chili sauce.
Grape jelly.
It's awesome.
Give it to me.
Yeah. Okay,
but that sounds like fun.
I was like, Anna, you'll come on, we'll make them. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, Anna. I didn't remember it getting that spicy and heated. How we were so shocked.
And I am still unaware of party meatballs.
Okay, does anybody here, you know what party meatballs are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a good amount of nodding. Andrea, do you know party meatballs?
100%. It makes me reminds me of my Nana,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah,
Aw.
it's a very old recipe.
Yeah,
but
it's a
you
throwback
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Spencer, have you had party meatballs?
No.
All right.
New party meatballs.
Is this like
people.
an Eastern Canadian thing?
I feel like maybe, I don't know. All I know is it's delicious. It's a
is.
very, very good thing. So I thought today, why not remedy this? Today's the day, Anna and Spencer. You're going to try party meatballs. Yes! It is really, really great. And I'm not going to lie, it's kind of perfect because we're smack dab right in the middle of our week of Meatball Madness. To anybody, I love meatballs. I love making meatballs. You can put any flavor into a meatball and it works.
It makes the perfect app.
It is 100% such a great app. And these cocktail party meatballs are super easy to put together. They're so easy, in fact, that if you wanted to, you could just go to your favorite Swedish furniture store and buy a bag.
So many to choose from.
So many to choose from.
How do you spell that?
It's a lot of vowels. A lot of vowels. But you could buy a bag of frozen meatballs if you wanted to. But I'm going to show you how to make really, really simple, super tasty meatballs. We're going to get going on that. Now, the first thing we need is some onion. So I've got 1 onion here, just a yellow onion. Anytime I am buying onions, and actually pretty much anytime I'm writing a recipe that has an onion in it, I'm always referring to the onions you buy in the bags. You know the ones, the little fishnet bag?
onions.
Yeah, fishnet onions. That's a party. Yeah. They're a really consistent size. I also find they've been dried really nicely, so they tend to last a lot longer, just hanging out in your pantry, which is a really, really good thing. So I'm just using a yellow onion here, just chopping that up nice and fine. And I'm gonna add that into a pan. Now I've got my pan over medium heat, so I'm gonna pop those right on in. And then quickly, I'm gonna go in with some oil as well. Just about 2 teaspoons of olive oil is all you need just to kind of give it a little bit of fat to get things going. Season that up with some salt, a little bit of pepper as well. And you'd wanna cook those onions down for, I'd say about 2 to 3 minutes, just until they're a little kind of translucent. You're not necessarily looking for like deep golden brown color. You're just softening those meatballs. If you do go caramelized, it's not a bad thing. That's a delicious flavor. Stick it in your meatballs. It's gonna be great. Right?
But cook them. Often I find people actually don't cook their onions
yes.
and then put them in their
Oh.
meatballs.
Yeah.
Better to overcook
Yes.
a little than
Undercook.
Well, they're
under.
gonna cook twice, so like starting
Yeah.
them now, a little flavor
Yeah.
engagement, and then into the meatball and cooking
And
again.
then they still have a little bit of moisture too. You're
Yeah.
adding that. The only way I've ever, I think, added like an uncooked onion to a meatball is if I've grated it. But even then, it's
Right.
very punchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very punchy. This sweetens them up a little bit, enhances their sugar. Really, really nice. So I would cook those down for about 2 to 3 minutes. Do as I say, not as I do. Because I'm not cooking these for 2 to 3 minutes. We're gonna move on. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with 2 cloves of garlic. Now, for me, you know me, I don't like chopping garlic very much. So I'm just gonna rasp them straight on into the pan. And the garlic doesn't need long at all, just about 30 seconds, because you just wanna give it a little kiss of heat just to remove that really kind of sharp garlic flavor, that kind of punchiness that's a bit spicy. So I'm gonna go in with those 2 cloves. Honestly, when I'm grating garlic at home, it feels like it takes 2 seconds. And on TV, it feels like it takes 18 years. Which is always a good thing. Same with chopping mushrooms. Love doing it, but it feels like forever on TV if you got a camera. All right, give that a stir in. And again, you'd let that go for 30 seconds. But to enhance this flavor and give it a bit of umami, I'm gonna go in with this stuff. Everybody knows what this stuff is?
Love
it.
What do we call it? Spencer, what do you call it?
Worcestershire.
There you go. Andrew, like it?
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Sometimes they say
So
Worcester.
I said it wrong.
Yeah.
We didn't want to
Awesome.
say anything.
It's also the, like, I've heard people say Worcester. I call it this
Worcester,
stuff.
yeah.
The stuff you have in the back of your pantry.
Yeah.
You use it for a Caesar, always good. So I'm gonna go in with about 2 tablespoons of that. And you want that to cook down. Again, it only takes about 30 seconds just to concentrate and reduce a little bit. It's gonna give you a ton of flavor. It's gonna give those onions beautiful flavor. It's also gonna lift any little stuck-on bits up off the pan. Once that has cooked down, take it off the heat, and you want to let that cool completely. If you don't let it cool completely, things get a little bit iffy in the world of food temperature world,
Yes.
which is not a fun place you want to be. You do not want to make things iffy there.
No.
Because we're mixing that into ground meat, which we're going to shape, and it's going to take a little bit before we get them into the oven. You want to make sure it's cool, so you're not adding warm stuff to cold, raw meat. That is not a good thing. So what we're gonna move on to now is a fun thing that we've talked about already during Meatball Madness, and that is a panade. Does anybody know what a panade is?
It's the meatball secret.
It's the meatball secret. Exactly.
Totally is.
So panade, basically, it is this. It looks like you left your Raisin Bran cereal aside, and it has all mushed up into a bowl and hydrated. So it doesn't look cute, but it is a secret for meatballs. So that's half a cup of breadcrumbs, just plain breadcrumbs. And into there, I added half a cup of milk. Now, basically, panade is equal parts breadcrumbs and or bread and some sort of liquid. I did milk today, but you could easily do this with a little bit of red wine would be really nice. Beef broth would be
fancy.
delicious. And a
There's
little
kind of
fancy.
no rules. You
There's
can
kinda
put
no rules.
No.
egg, cheese,
Liquid.
heavy cream,
100%.
half and half.
This is not a burger. A meatball is
Yeah.
not a burger. You want them to be tender. You want them to be that nice
Almost
kind of
fluffy.
fluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, super eatable, delicious. Okay, so I've got that panade doing its thing. I'm gonna add in these cooled onions now. And then I am gonna add in an egg. That's gonna help bind stuff together, give it a little bit more structure as well. So in goes that onion mixture. I'm gonna go in with an egg. Andrea Bucket, can you call out this next one I'm putting in?
I'm gonna guess that you're calling me out because it's Dijon mustard.
It is Dijon mustard,
My
100%.
flavoring of choice.
She loves
always.
it. It gives it a little bit of a kick. There you go. We got it. So a tablespoon of Dijon. Again, I'm not being extra precious about measurements here at all. I'm gonna give that a mix to combine. Get that panade broken up too. And right now, it kind of looks not great, but it's gonna come together. There's so much flavor going on in here. There's a lot of moisture as well that's gonna hold moisture into those meatballs. Now, for the actual meat, I'm doing a mixture of beef and pork. So I'm doing a pound or 454 grams of lean ground beef and a pound of ground pork. I like using lean beef, not medium. Medium's too fatty, I find, and a lot kind of seeps out. And extra lean, just don't.
Don't bother.
Just don't. There's no fat
I
in
tell you to
there.
stop right
yeah,
now.
Like, it's not going to be the best. Okay, that's looking good. What you'd want to do now, I typically use 2 forks. You could also use your hands if you're feeling it. Give this a good mix together just until everything is nice and combined. You just want to mix it up. It feels like you're tossing the world's weirdest salad, which is not the worst thing in the world. But we've got that mustard in there. We've got that Worcester sauce. We've got all that deliciousness. Season that up with some pepper, a little bit of salt. At home, I would mix this a little bit more. But what you want to do once this is all combined evenly is you want to scoop these into little meatballs. Since these are cocktail meatballs, we're going to go for just about a tablespoon. So I've got a little disher here. This one's a little bit big. So I'm going to go in with maybe half of one of those and just plop them onto a sheet pan. Now, if you wanted to, you could roll these up. If you were using a little bit of a smaller disher, you don't necessarily need to.
That's a great size.
It's a good
It is a
size.
very good size.
It's a good size.
They'll shrink a little bit,
They'll
right?
shrink a little bit up.
Yeah.
Now, I would roll these up, drizzle them with a little bit of oil on there. Then you want to pop those into a 400-degree oven. They're in there. Okay, cool. You want to pop those into a 400-degree oven and let those go for just 15 minutes. That's going to cook them up. They're going to be absolutely beautiful. Now, at this point, you can set these aside to cool completely and freeze them. So then you are ready to go anytime occasion strikes that you need a meatball. Super, super tasty.
It is the time of year where we start thinking about planning
Thinking
ahead.
about
Even if
planning.
we're not doing it now, we're thinking about planning ahead.
I feel like everyone is convinced that no one drops by anymore. People drop by.
Yeah. They
And this is the time of year, so you got to be ready.
My problem is I think too long.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, it's Christmas.
And it's already happening. Yeah. Now, this is obviously delicious as is. If you wanted, you could throw those onto anything. But we need to make that classic party meatball sauce. So I've got my slow cooker here. Into there, I'm going to go in with a cup and a half of chili sauce. Now, chili sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're on board.
This is the party meatball. I need to learn this.
Yes, this is what
new
makes
to
it the
me.
party meatball. So chili sauce, you get
I'm
it
like
near the...
highly confused and so excited.
Okay. It's going to be amazing. Get
It's
ready,
like an
hold on, because it's
emotional
going to get
ride.
extra weird.
Okay.
So we go in. This is the stuff you buy near the ketchup aisle, in the ketchup section. Super easy, super tasty. There's lots of flavor in there. Anna, you make your own, right?
I do.
Yeah.
So you've
Is
got
it
onion.
spicy?
Well, it's tomato based, but
Yeah.
it's not as sweet as ketchup.
No.
But it's
Okay.
got onion, celery seed
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
flavors.
Yeah. It's really, really good. It's super tasty. I'm not going to lie, though. One time, didn't have chili sauce, used Thai chili sauce.
Oh.
That with this, delicious.
Yes.
Really?
Okay.
Yes. So fun fact, if you don't have this or can't find it, use that. Now here is the key ingredient, grape jelly.
Yes.
What?
Can I be honest? That's a bit weird.
It is. It's super
Yeah.
weird, Anna. But if you think about it, we do fruit with a lot of meat. So you did that
Well, I
raspberry
did.
jam.
Yeah, with the
Blueberries.
barbecue.
100%.
Yeah.
So you go in with a
Well,
cut.
sweet and savory,
grape
it was
jelly.
like
I know.
it'll stand
Exactly.
the test of time.
This feels like a full throwback. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone eats grape jelly anymore.
No.
So it's used for meatballs. So pop it into a slow cooker, and you want to put that over high heat. Then you want to transfer those meatballs in and let it go for about an hour just to get those flavors doing their thing. If they're frozen, pop them in for about 2 to 3 hours until they're heated through. And then, my friends, you end up.
This funky.
I know. We're
That's a
locked.
nice
Also a
one,
classic.
eh?
Yeah.
We're locked and loaded.
Do it in the crock pot too.
There we go. Okay, and there's those party
Wow.
meatballs, everybody. Okay.
Crock pot's a must.
What do we think?
Are you this is a thing?
Okay. I'm gonna go in.
It does not smell grapey.
It does not smell grapey. It smells savory. It smells a little bit spicy. Anna, I'm gonna hand you a
Okay.
meatball.
Oh,
Spencer. Oh, we're gonna get a
Here,
little
I'll pass
drippy.
one
Okay,
down.
Okay,
perfect.
okay,
Yeah.
let's do
Meatball
it.
for you.
Okay.
Okay, here's the
Here
moment
goes.
of truth.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, it might be hot. Let's see.
I get it.
What?
Yeah.
It's
good, right?
sweet, it's fruity, but it's balanced.
It works. It is balanced.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a throwback. Andrea Bucket, I know
I'm
you
so
want
sad.
one.
It's a bit of a
I
party.
know. Listen, we are going to do this. Andrea, eat up because you are up next with some delicious crispy cheesiness. Hurry back. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow, it's an all-new episode of The Good Stuff. And we're bundling up without the bulk when Alexis Hans shares sleek and warm winter wear. Plus,
I can tell why this won awards, let me tell
Thank you.
Mr. Bake is here with a sweet potato spice cake that you will definitely want on your Christmas list. It's an all-new episode tomorrow.
We are back and we are making some of our favorite apps today. Now, we started things off with those party meatballs.
So good.
I'm not mad at it. But Andrea, you're going to get a little crispy, a little
Yeah.
cheesy now.
A little toasty.
A little toasty.
Yeah, perfect for the season.
Okay, what are we doing?
We're going to do crostini 3 ways.
Love a
okay?
crostini.
Because cheese and toast, who doesn't love that vibe?
100%, it's the best.
But we're going to sort of just take it up a notch for, entertaining.
Yeah.
And we're going to pair some delicious cheeses with some delicious fruit. Some really common fruit, maybe some fruit you haven't thought of. We're going to switch it up.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay.
Let's get into it. First
Okay.
off, let's talk about basic crostini.
Yeah, so crostini is like the the one thing I used to cut, I'm going to say thousands of when I used to have a catering company. It was like, we put out so many crostini. All you need is a baguette. You can use other bread as well, but baguette is perfect for this. And you're going to cut it on the bias. Note to self, please employ a bread knife.
100%.
Okay?
100%.
Otherwise, your baguette's going to get squishy. It's not going to work.
No, and I know you have a good bread knife because your husband Trevor is obsessed with your bread knife.
I
He uses it for
mean,
everything.
Trevor uses it for garlic and
Onions,
carrots,
spreading peanut butter,
mayonnaise. Honestly, I don't think I can use that knife anymore. But it works for him, so hey, right?
And I love that you're doing it on the bias. It makes it a lot easier to crunch through because you're not getting that like straight wall of crispy, crunchy crust.
Precisely. And you know, you can go into bakeries and they, you know, what they do is they'll upsell their baguettes at the end of the day. They'll cut them up, they'll make them, and you get like 15 and they'll charge you like $6 or something, right?
Don't fall for it,
Don't
everybody.
fall for it. You can do it for like $2.99, $3, whatever it is, right? All right, so we're gonna put this over here. So we've got a baking sheet here, and we're just gonna pop some of these on here. You want them in one flat layer. Obviously, I cut too many.
That's okay, it's
That's
snacks.
fine.
Yeah, perfect.
And then we're going to brush them with olive oil. Who doesn't love a little crostini
This
snack?
is called a chef snack. This
Exactly.
is the thing. You always cut extra, and you're like, oh no, I have extra. What am I gonna do?
Now you can totally flavor these up any way you like. We're just gonna do some simple olive oil. You can put a little bit of sea salt on them, but you could put some herbs on them. You can make them sweet if you wanted and do a little bit of a cinnamon sugar situation.
Ooh, yummy. That'd be nice.
That would also be good. But we're gonna get these in the oven. I'm not gonna bore you with doing all of these. We're gonna get those under the broiler, and we're gonna broil those just until they're nice and toasty, just like you would have taken them out of the toaster.
So definitely keep your eyes.
Yeah.
If you cut it thicker,
Yeah.
and you got it crispy on top, but it's still chewy and fudgy, still a crostini.
Oh God! Why are you asking the hard questions? The hard-hitting questions with
Do
Spencer
they have to
Watts.
be like super crisp, or can they be a little
I think
fudgy?
they can be a little. I like them crispy, but I don't mind a little chew in the center.
But
Right,
if
right,
you do
right.
the little chew in
Yeah.
the center, you have to eat them ASAP, or else they get
Yeah.
extra chewy. But if you do them super
100%.
crispy, they stay crispy.
There's
Yes,
rules.
exactly.
There's
You-
rules.
There are rules, yeah. But you can store them in an airtight container, like a or a Ziploc bag is what I used to always do. I'm just gonna pop these over here for a second.
Okay, perfect.
Because we're gonna get started on our first combo. So we're gonna start with some feta cheese. There's lots of different varieties of feta cheese on the market. I love me a creamy like Macedonian or Greek feta.
So good.
Not the place for it.
Got it.
Okay,
This
so
one you almost want to use the like grocery store brand.
yes.
Yeah, the firmer
100%.
feta cheese.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start here with some good olive oil. This is a place that you're going to want to use that good olive oil. And then we're going to season it up with some dried herbs. We've got some oregano.
Oh, I like that.
We've got some fresh rosemary. You can use dried rosemary. It's not my favorite dried
I
herb.
find it feels like sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little sticky.
A little
Give it time to
sticky.
soften up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I always like a little punch of flavor, so some chili flakes, a little pinch of cayenne would work. Lemon zest to brighten up the whole situation.
Beautiful.
We'd also have some garlic in there.
Perfect.
Right?
Yummy.
This already looks and smells so good.
Amazing.
Andrew, what's going on here though?
Okay, so we're gonna add a little cinnamon. We're just gonna because we got the brightness of that lemon, we wanna sort of warm up, give it some like basic undertones there.
Yeah.
And the cinnamon will pair really well with that sort of vanilla deliciousness of the figs.
Okay, I love that. Okay.
All right, so then we're just gonna pour it all over here.
Are we
Also,
marinating cheese?
We're marinating
Heck
cheese,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
And gentlemen, yeah.
All
I
right.
love, oh my gosh. So how long would you want that to sit for,
You can sit-
ideally?
I mean, ideally, you want to do it like for 30 minutes at least, but you can put it in the fridge overnight.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, Mary, I'm going to get you to slice up some figs.
figgies? Okay, perfect.
I
Tis the
love
season.
a fig.
I love a fig.
Honestly,
Yeah.
straight out of hand, eaten. My favorite way to eat figs actually is with a little chunk of Parmesan.
Oh yeah.
so delicious.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful color.
I know, look at the inside.
It's
It
a
looks
jewel.
so festive.
They are very festive.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Okay.
Can
now,
you just eat the cheese out of the bowl?
I mean, I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
And this
100%.
actually makes a really good appetizer if you make really big cheese chunks and you put some artichokes and roasted red peppers. It's just a great little marinade situation.
I love that.
All right, let's make
I'm
some
snacking
crostini.
today. I'm not gonna lie.
You're feeling very snappy.
I'm feeling snacky.
All right, we're going to pop these onto our plate here.
Okay.
And we're going to build this. Let's go in with some figs, Mary.
Okay, figs
Do you want to
first?
bring that towards you, or are
No,
you
let's
good?
do it. Let's pop
do
her
it.
over here.
Okay.
Okay, so a couple figs. Oh, these are nice figs.
Yeah.
Jammy and beautiful.
A little bit of feta.
Oh, my
right?
gosh.
And also, don't let that little marinade go to waste. You can totally use that to drizzle over the figs as well.
Beautiful.
All right. All right, Spencer.
Nice.
Put you
Yeah.
to work, buddy.
You're
Okay.
up. Okay, we're giving you cheese, we're giving you crackers, we're giving you all the things. You got to keep
I'm
building.
here to help. I'm here to
This
help.
is how it goes when you come to my house for snacks.
For appetizers.
Is everybody starts doing a little bit of a job.
Beautiful.
Here's some
There we
extras.
go.
Fantastic.
Okay,
Okay,
amazing.
Andrea
Thank you.
Bucket, we've got 2 more. What are we doing?
Okay, next up we're going to do a whipped ricotta.
Ooh.
I love ricotta because it's really like a blank canvas for
Yeah.
lots of different flavors. We're going to go in with some orange zest, which is delightful.
Oh, I like that.
I love a little bit of orange zest, a little bit of honey, about 2 teaspoons. You don't want too much here.
I love the fact, and did you put a little bit of cream in there as well?
A little bit of cream just sort of
Nice.
helps to loosen it up and make it a little bit pipeable because
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in a little piping bag and some
Cute.
black peps.
Beautiful. We love a
A
pet.
ton of black pepper in here, like go full force with the black pepper. Marries really well with that orange zest and
Yeah.
the persimmons. And we're going to give it a blitz, Mary.
Let's do it.
And let's talk persimmons. Are you going to blitz it? I'm going to talk
Let's
persimmons.
Yeah, you
okay?
talk persimmons.
All right. So persimmons are these beautiful little orange fruits. I think they're a fruit.
I think
Are
it's
they
a fruit.
They're fruit,
Yeah.
right?
You know when you're like, wait, an eggplant's a fruit?
Right?
Yeah.
Seeds are on the inside.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, eggplant for fruit?
Yeah, they're berries, man. Isn't that crazy?
Really? The more you know.
Seeds are on
Oh
the
my
inside.
God.
That's why tomatoes
I've been writing all this down.
So this persimmon is beautiful. It has a beautiful sort of vanilla melony flavor.
Yeah.
And they're nice. And this is the best one to get, the fuyu. It's nice and short. The taller one's a little bit more stringent.
They're almost a teardrop shape. Yeah, they have a
Exactly.
little bit of like tannininess in them,
got
kind
it.
of. Yeah.
All right, so once you've blitzed up your ricotta cheese, you can transfer it to a piping bag or,
Smear it on with a spoon.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. But I was like,
not a bread knife.
yes, not a
Just
bread
not a
knife,
bread
Trevor.
knife.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do a little whoop-de-woo,
beautiful.
but you could totally do also, you know, like you said, smear it on with a knife.
Love that.
And then we're gonna top it with some persimmons.
Okay.
We've just cut them beautifully and just
You
pop
have
them
to
on
peel
here.
your persimmons?
I find that the skin is a little sharp.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, I
The way a
Okay.
plum sometimes
Yes.
the skin can be a little.
A little bit like that's the most tart
Anna,
portion.
we're
I'm
gonna
in
give you
charge.
this.
And then we're going to do a little bit of pistache on there too. Anna,
Yes,
I'm going to hand you
girl.
all the stuff
I was
you
gonna
need.
say, yeah, if I
Here you
can have
go.
a piping bag. Thank you.
All right, number 3, we're motoring here.
We're doing it.
We're
Okay,
motoring.
number 3. What are we? Oh, I've just read in the prompter what we're doing.
All right, so
Tell people, Andrea Bucket, because this is a delight.
are going to do a thyme pear
Okay.
with a bruleed brie.
Ooh, girl.
right?
Okay.
Fancy.
Let's do it.
The key to this one is you want to keep your brie in the fridge as long as possible because it makes it cutting it easier.
Yes.
I know we say bring out cheese like 30 minutes, an hour before you're going to serve it. Not for this one.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay. Our pears are tossed with a little bit of lemon juice just to sort of hinder the possibility of them going brown.
Golden brown, yeah.
You can pop the pears on there, Mary.
And I love the little bit of thyme in here. Also,
Yeah.
pears. It is the season of
It is
pears.
the season.
Okay, so pop the pears on.
Yeah, then we're gonna pop a piece of brie on there. Mary, I'm gonna get you to put a little bit of sugar on top of here.
Sugar on the brie. Okay.
I know. Well, like you said, jam goes really well with cheese,
Yes.
honey, maple syrup. A little bit of white sugar goes well, especially when you brulee it and bring out those delicious caramely flavors.
Especially when you what?
Brulee it!
Everybody, stand back.
All right, did she do it?
We're doing it.
Yeah, look at it, go Mary.
Look at that golden brown. Oh yeah, look at that sizzling. Do you know what this looks like? It is giving raclette.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it?
It's also a fun party trick to bring out the blowtorch, you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie. Everyone
Yeah.
knows the party started if this is coming
Exactly.
out.
Everyone's
Listen.
gonna love it.
Yeah. Look at these beautiful Crostini. We've got these ones from Spencer, beautifully done. Anna, get out of here, absolutely stunning. And we've got these
Amazing.
brulee pears one. Listen, when we come back, Anna Olsen, you're gonna get some of the air fryer.
messy.
We're gonna get messy. All right, stick around. We'll be right back.
I'm gonna just
Okay. We are back making delicious appetizers for you today. Perfect for all your holiday entertaining. Anna Olsen, you're up, and you're gonna do your take on an Italian classic.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Well, I'm inspired by your party meatballs. I like these little bite-sized nibbles.
Yeah.
But we're going with arancini.
Oh, I love arancini.
Has anyone been to Sicily?
No. Oh.
just the thought of the warmth and the sea. But you can buy arancini on the street, but they're this.
They're huge.
They call it a snack, but it's a cup and a half of rice.
It's so much rice. Yeah.
So I want to do a smaller version, and we're going to cook them in the air fryer.
I love this.
Let's talk about the rice first.
Okay, let's get into it.
We got ahead of it. Now you're thinking arborio rice, we need to make it sticky. We're going to spend 45 minutes making risotto.
Yeah.
No, you're going to cook this like basmati rice.
What?
So
This is blowing my mind. What? Arancini is the thing that I always make when I'm like, I want my guests to eat my leftovers. But what are you talking about? I love this.
Yep, so you just bring up 5 cups of stock or water. To add a little flavor and color, I add lemon, like cut a lemon in half, put it in the water. You get a little acidity, you get the perfume from the zest, so it reminds you of Sicily.
Oh, I like that.
A little saffron over the yellow color and a hint of flavor. And you just pour in your 2 cups of rice, put the lid on.
And cook it?
And cook it over medium-low heat until the liquid's absorbed.
No
stirring, no touching it.
This is blowing my mind. I know, changing lives. That's amazing.
So then you put it in a bowl, or you can spread it on a tray. You let it cool down. You don't stir in the cheese until it's cooled, because cheese remelted will never be
as stringy.
and good.
It gets kind of a little grainy. It doesn't have that texture you're looking for. Okay.
So 2 cups of mozzarella plus Parmesan cheese go into the rice, and then you chill it. And so you do plan ahead for this, but now we're ready to scoop.
Okay, perfect. Love this.
And typically in arancini in Sicily or supli in Rome, it gets its name because when you break into it, the cheese melts and it looks like a telephone line.
Is that what
That's what that
that's
is.
so fun. But it's true, the cheese pull. Yeah.
Now, should we glove up?
I think
for this,
let's
we're
do
about
it.
to get really messy here.
Here you go, doctor.
And this is one of those projects, if you can get friends involved, it goes really faster.
It
I remember
really does.
once trying to make a full batch of my grandmother's pierogies
Oh.
by myself.
No.
And like by the end, they were getting bigger.
Yeah.
Like, am I not done yet?
Yeah.
So the same thing can happen here.
Love that.
Now, the key is you want to wet your hands a little bit.
Just with water.
Just with water.
Yeah, it's the same with if you're rolling meatballs. Wet your hands with water and it won't stick to your hands. Yeah. Okay.
And so I've got a 1/4 cup measure. You can
Perfect.
also do that with the measuring cup,
Love
or
that.
use a scoop like you did for your meatballs.
Yeah, okay.
And now you want to fill it. So you flatten it out in the palm of your hand.
Perfect.
This is great.
This is holding together
good?
so nice. Oh my God. And the grains are still nice and separate.
Yes,
Like, they're
and you can
sticky,
see
but-
the pieces of cheese,
Yeah,
so when
yeah.
you heat it, it melts. Now, I've opted for Induja, which is a Calabrian fermented salami. So Calabria is right across the water from Sicily.
Yes.
Spicy, delicious. It's a
It's
soft,
spreadable.
spreadable salami.
Love
So
that. And now what
Put that
so-
on your crostini.
Oh, that's a nice one. Okay, I'm gonna do an olive because I love this idea.
You can
I've
do
never
an
done that.
olive, you can do a little bit of pesto, you can
Beautiful.
put some shrimp. You could just actually not even go through this.
Yes. You could put another
Save a
hunk of
step.
cheese if you wanted
Yeah,
to.
and
extra
keep wetting
cheese.
your hand.
Yeah.
So now we've got the nice round
Little
shape.
arancini, perfect. And I
Yeah.
love this size. This size is so appropriate to eat like 6.
Yeah.
Which is always good.
You can
always
make
good.
them dainty if you want. It's up to you. Here, I just
gotta
did a plain
stop
one just
it.
so we have a few to
Love
deal
it.
with.
Okay, perfect.
So now for the breading.
Okay, what are we doing?
On a trip to Sicily, I did take a cooking class.
Yeah.
I love learning these little inside scoops. Normally, I was always taught cooking school, the triple pan for breading.
Yes.
Your flour, your egg, and then your breadcrumbs. Well, I learned you make a paste.
Oh.
Equal parts flour and water. So we're
Okay.
gonna whisk that together. That paste, we're gonna spread over each arancini. So it kind of goes into every little
Nook and
gap and
cranny.
space, and it makes it a perfect circle.
So then you're not
great.
ending up also, sometimes what happens if you're doing a classic dredge is you do the dry,
Yeah.
and then you go into the egg, but then some of the egg falls off because there was too
and
much
then you get
dry.
hunks of the breadcrumb
Yes, falling off.
This stays intact, whether baked or if you were to do a deep fry, you could. Also, at the cooking class was someone who was gluten-free, and we simply used rice flour
Yeah.
and gluten-free breadcrumbs.
Okay.
So the whole dish can be gluten-free
This is
too.
fantastic. I love this. Also, this is it's almost like in the best possible way, food glue.
It is definitely.
Yeah.
So now the key is, here you go.
Perfect.
Is not too much of this.
Okay.
So I just dip a little
Oh,
bit.
and we, like, paint it over.
You don't dunk the arancini in that. You
Okay.
don't want too
This
much.
is
so
amazing.
This is
a little bit.
Now I also understand the gloves. This is gonna be,
I told you.
Yeah.
We're getting messy. And pre-toasted breadcrumbs.
Okay.
So in a pan with olive oil, and you can add a little salt and pepper. Because we are air frying or baking it, we're not deep frying it, you wouldn't get any color or the right amount
The
of
golden
crunch.
brown, 100%. But look at how well that coated, Anna. That's beautiful.
Yeah, just that little. Yeah, if you can, you can do one pan or one hand with the flour and
one
then
with
the other
dry.
hand.
I've never successfully been able to do that. Okay, so then we've got these done. We could bake them, but we're going to do it in the air fryer.
Yes.
How do we do them in the air fryer?
Well, you preheat your air fryer for this one, we're going to preheat it to 375.
Okay.
And just a golden rule, if you're adapting from air fryer to oven or oven to air fryer, it's a 60 to 75 degree Fahrenheit difference.
Okay.
So you cook at a lower temperature in your air fryer, 375, because you've got the amplified heat of the air blowing around in a small space.
Yeah.
In your oven, you'd preheat it to 450.
Okay.
And you've got airflow. Some ovens have air
fry
fryer
function. Yeah.
which just means the amplified convection
Oh, look at this. I'm learning so much. This Anna and I learned so much. Okay, so we've got these. We've been frying these away. Look at these.
fan. So no added oil.
Get
20
outta
minutes.
here.
And make and freeze. You were talking about the meatballs?
Yes.
Make them to this point, either breaded, unbreaded, freeze them, and then you pull them out when you need them.
Anna, these look absolutely incredible. I am so excited.
Little tomato sauce for
tomato
dipping.
sauce, and you are good to go.
Yeah.
We're going to dig into these. Anna, though, you are going to be doing another air fryer recipe when we come back. I can tell which ones have induya in them. Stick around. We'll be right back. Favorite appetizers for you today. Now, before the break, Anna made air-fried arancini. Try saying that 3 times fast.
So good.
That is a fun thing. And now you got another air fryer app.
Yes.
What are we doing?
This is my air-fried version of Korean fried cauliflower.
Oh.
Yes.
This feels very much like something you'd see on like a restaurant menu and be like ordering.
Always.
100%.
Yeah, and you eat, it's like, hey, I just ate an entire head of cauliflower.
Yeah,
I feel so good.
proud. Yeah.
Well, and that's where it starts.
Yeah.
We've got our cauliflower here, which you want to break into generally large florets.
Okay, right on.
So, well, it is up to you.
Yeah.
These are kind of like chicken wing size.
They are kind of like that's a drumette.
And you know I'm down with my wings.
You do love a
so,
chicken wing.
Yeah,
Anna Olsen,
throw
fun
those in.
fact, loves a wing.
While
She's a sports fan. Yeah.
while I'm finishing up here,
Yes.
why don't you mix the batter? So
Okay,
this
perfect.
is what's going to make the cauliflower crispy without deep frying
Okay,
it.
right on.
And it takes key ingredients. So you've got your rice flour there.
Okay, nice and crispy.
Yes, and potato starch.
Potato starch.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, that is. I don't usually have potato starch on hand.
It's got a different texture than cornstarch.
Yeah.
It ensures you get a crispiness, and I will admit, this is when I buy my potato. If you think, well, am I going to use potato starch for anything else?
Yeah.
Shortbread.
Really?
Shortbread cookie.
As opposed to the cornstarch.
100%. It just, it fluffs up. They're so nice.
Oh.
And I use potato starch if I'm thickening a filling for, say, a fruit pie or mincemeat.
And I love a potato
Really
in
good.
any form, so this makes sense
Yeah.
for me. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so a
So-
little bit of salt.
Little salt.
Okay.
Some sesame seeds for texture.
I
We're
got
doing it.
excited about that salt. Some sesame seeds, I love that.
Just a
golden.
little bit of vegetable oil. And then the last ingredient, cold sparkling water.
Okay,
Or
perfect.
soda water.
Love that.
And that, if you're doing tempura batter or any kind of frying, the aeration, it just fluffs up the whole batter.
It's true. Could you use, if you wanted, not necessarily in this batter, but you could do something like, it's the same as like beer battered fish and chips. It's got that
Exactly.
bubble structure in it.
And now it's not a lot of batter because we're not fully coating the cauliflower, but you want to give it a nice little toss.
I like how it all matches. It's very beige right now, and I love that.
is.
Yeah, it's so
Not
nice.
for long.
Not for long, 100%.
So we've already got our air fryer full, but I also I've included the oven baking instructions.
Okay.
So following that rule, if you preheat your air fryer to 350, then you're going to preheat your oven
425.
425.
Nice, I got it. I'm picking up what we're putting down.
Single layer.
Yeah.
Spread it out.
Okay.
And because these are nice big pieces, they do take a little while. So you give them about 20 minutes.
Okay.
It's the same. That's the nice thing. Whether oven or air fryer, the bake time's the same.
Perfect, I love that.
And then now we want to give them a little basting of some sauce and put them back in the oven or air fryer.
So they're not
to
fully
crisp
done
up.
when they come out first.
No.
They're like good, they're crispy, but
They're
they
always
don't
gonna
have that.
and you never want them soggy like boiled cauliflower.
No,
you want to have a little.
I think that's the reason people don't like cauliflower all the time. It's because they've only had it boiled. I was like, you fry it, you roast it, delicious.
And that's why we put cheese sauce on it.
100%. Yeah.
So now it's time to make the sauce, which is an umami bomb.
Love that.
We've got Korean gochujang.
Gochujang is really good. It's a
Yummy.
fermented Korean like spice paste.
Yes.
But it's kind of sweet.
It is.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not as hot.
Yeah.
That andouille was spicy.
Yeah.
This is not as
I
spicy.
still can't feel my face.
Yeah.
We've got a little ketchup,
Nice.
and you need a little whisk.
I do. We love a little whisk. Okay.
But there's a lot of garlic.
Oh, how much?
6 cloves of garlic.
So this is for like the parties where you know everyone real well.
Yep.
Yeah, love that.
Balance it out with a bit of ginger,
Love that.
a little toasted. I like to use toasted sesame oil.
Same. Regular sesame oil just doesn't give that warmth that you're looking for.
And soy sauce or tamari.
Beautiful.
It's up to you.
This smells so good, Anna, and the color on this looks amazing.
The gochujang's a great texture too. It's like
and it
Jammy.
sticks to things.
Yeah.
Like it really clings
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
But we're not going to put all of this on top
Okay.
of the cauliflower, just half of it, because you save the rest for a dipping sauce.
Beautiful. This smells out of control, Anna.
And just
great.
Give it a little toss up. Oh, she's doing it.
Whoa.
We're doing it. Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it.
No.
I know I've got a pattern dress, but I'm still not doing it.
I was gonna say I usually have an apron or a towel on
Yeah.
when I'm doing that. So you get that already, and then you pop
Goes
it back into the
just
air
for
fryer.
10 minutes.
Okay.
Because you don't want to break down the nice crispy outside, but you want it to kind of cook onto the cauliflower.
Yeah.
You've got the extra left for dipping, and a little sprinkle of green onions on top.
Anna, this looks so good. Honestly, I would serve that as an appetizer, but I'd also just sit down to a plate of that for
Oh
dinner.
yeah, you can serve it, use it as a side dish.
Oh, beautiful.
Do a piece of cooked salmon or chicken beside
Oh
it.
my gosh. Okay, I'm digging into this. It's gonna be
100%.
crisp. Oh, it's so crunchy.
It is.
I can already tell.
And it holds its crunch even when it cools to room temperature.
Okay,
which is
listen,
really
I'm gonna
nice.
get into this. Spencer, you are up after the break. I'm very, very pumped. Stick around. It's gonna be a good one. We are back in the kitchen today making some of our current fave appetizers. Spencer Watts, I cannot wait to see what you have up your sleeve. What are we doing?
4 words.
Yes.
Salmon.
Delicious.
Sushi.
We love.
Bake.
Wow.
Tacos. With a whole lot of twists and turns along the way.
There's so many things I love.
This story starts with the first layer, which is the sticky rice.
Okay, okay.
So when you're seasoning sticky rice, it's not just vinegar.
No.
It's this magical concoction of vinegar, sugar, and salt.
Yes.
So a lot of vinegar, just warmed up on the stove, a lot of sugar,
Okay.
and a lot of salt.
This is the thing that gives that sushi rice that classic flavor. If you
Yes.
just boil the rice and make it sticky, it doesn't taste right.
No,
Yeah.
and the rice is like a sponge, and it wants to soak up that vinegar and that sweetness and that salt, and it makes it tacky and fudgy, and
Yeah.
it gives it really delicious flavor.
Ooh, I like
So you can
this.
just let that melt away.
Okay.
My trick for sushi rice is 1-to-1 in a rice cooker.
Okay.
And here's a little tip.
Yeah.
Throw a little extra water in there.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay.
Because the package instructions always say 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I try the rice.
And it's
like, it's
crunchy
still
firm.
crunchy.
Yes.
You just got to give it another little nudge.
Do you know what I call that? I call that a grandma measurement. You know when you'd ask
Yeah.
for a recipe from your Nana and she'd be like, till it looks right. And you're
Yeah.
like, that's not a measurement. Yeah.
It's that little trick
That
to get
little
the perfect
extra.
sushi rice.
Love
So
that.
when that's cooked, I go in with half of the vinegar mixture.
Okay.
And you can fold that around.
Perfect.
And the rice is like a sponge, so it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
look a little wet, but that rice is gonna like
Absorb everything.
drink it up.
Beautiful.
And then once you fold it in a couple times, you can go in with the rest of the vinegar. It smells really great.
It's well, and the thing to get about that mixture is you taste it. Is it a little too acidic? Add a
Yeah.
little more sugar, but you want it to be punchy, right?
Yeah, and that should be violently delicious.
Yeah.
It should be really vinegary, really sugary, and really salty.
Love that. Okay.
Because you use a little bit, and then you could start building the first layer.
Okay, so pop this into a baking dish?
Yeah, pop it into
Cool.
a baking dish. So it's
Okay.
gonna go rice, then it's gonna go fish, and then we're gonna do this molten mayo on top of it.
Molten
And this
mayo.
molten
Sign me
mayo
up. Mother may
is
I.
a little
Okay.
bit of a
That sounds like
rattlesnake.
a soap star name.
It does.
Character,
Yeah.
molten mayo.
Or like a lady from James Bond.
Yes.
Yes.
Evildoer.
I see molten mayos here. Okay, so what are we doing? We are having too much fun.
All right, full fat mayo, and then some sweet chili sauce.
Okay.
Sweet chili is salty, and it's tangy, and it's sharp, and it's sweet, and it's got little bits of garlic in there. I'm gonna amp up the sweetness with a little bit of sugar because we're putting it in the oven. I want the sugar to caramelize so it's like really torchy and
So
dark.
it's almost like bruleeing.
Yeah, brulee. You want a whisk for me?
Yeah, let's do a little
okay,
whisking.
awesome.
Perfect.
And then we're gonna add in some miso paste for like that little salty umami flavor.
Oh my
It's gonna
gosh.
thicken it up a little bit.
This mayo is already more exciting than any mayo I've ever had.
It's gonna get crazier.
Okay.
One egg yolk.
One egg yolk.
One egg yolk. It's gonna make it like kind of stick to it.
Because we're cooking this.
Yeah, you know
okay,
how sometimes
love
you put an egg yolk and a bechamel for a moussaka and it just kind of holds it together?
Yeah, it
That's
gives a
what
little
the
more
egg's gonna
texture.
do.
Love that.
Lemon juice for balance.
Beautiful.
Okay, now this is top secret.
Don't tell anybody.
When you hear me say this word, you're gonna go, what?
okay.
Brown butter.
In the mayo?
In the mayo. Brown butter,
Sign me
sweet
up.
chili, miso, brown butter. It's gonna get it really nice and thick.
Oh, that smells out of control.
And it's almost like the cinnamon that you added. It's not to give it cinnamon. It's to give it that. What is that?
Yes.
What is that flavor?
Yes.
A little anchor
Brown butter
flavor,
Yeah.
and the mayo.
I love it.
Okay.
It makes people eat more bites because they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
They're never going to figure it out.
So we got the rice. Next up, we're gonna do a little fish butchery really quick.
Okay.
This is fresh salmon. I'm gonna cut it escalope style.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start here, and I just want like 4 even pieces. This is gonna help it cook a little quicker.
So are you almost cutting it down kind of at an angle
yeah,
down?
kind of at an angle
Yeah.
down. This is nice.
Okay, beautiful.
If you, here, I'm gonna tell you something too.
Yeah.
If you didn't have fresh salmon, you could do this with canned sustainable salmon.
Oh, nice.
Just get it into a bowl.
Yeah.
Maybe you got a little cream cheese in there, mayo, some pickled ginger,
Love
some
that.
green onions, and you can spread it over top of the rice.
Oh, beautiful.
Still super delicious.
Love that.
And then we're gonna just kind of like layer this fish
Just puzzle the fish on
over
top.
the rice. Yeah, that's a pretty good word for it.
Right?
Puzzle the
Puzzle the
fish
fish.
on top.
Just make like a Pangea of fish. Thanks, guys.
Fish puzzle. And then there's only one thing left to do, and that's drown it in this sauce.
Okay, this is so interesting. Do you know,
Yeah.
this is actually kind of giving like moussaka vibes. We've got like a starch on the bottom, we've got a protein, and then we've got a delicious sauce on
Yeah,
top.
and you
okay.
could just move it around.
Okay.
And there's some sweetness in here, and there's a lot of flavor and a lot of attitude and a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And the egg and the sugar is going to make it really nice and caramelized.
Okay, cool.
And super delicious.
This is also giving like dip. It's
yeah,
like a
yeah.
dip.
It's like a full dip vibe.
Yeah. Okay, so then we pop this into the old oven.
Let's do it.
Okay, what temperature is this going in at about?
You want it hot and fast.
Hot and fast. Okay, cool.
450, 8
Nice.
minutes. And then something really, and the salmon cut helps with that. It cooks really quick because you want to get the mayo on top really caramelized.
Guys, this
And
is
the
so much
fish
more.
cooks
This is
quickly.
thrilling. Look at that. That is a stunner.
So cool.
I did not know what I was
cool.
expecting, but it was not
Yeah.
that. That mayo kind of drips in. Oh my gosh.
And from the sugar and the egg yolk, it really caramelizes on top, and it's like this, and it changes the flavor profile.
Yeah.
Like it's delicious in that bowl, but you add char,
Yeah.
it's another depth of flavor where
Yeah.
you're like literally eating it. You're like, what is happening right now?
Okay, so we've got this baked. We've
let's
got to do a
garnish it up.
garnish. What are we doing?
Should we do spicy mayo?
100%.
Yeah, let's do it. Spicy mayo.
Beautiful.
How about some sweet soy?
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Right away.
sweet soy.
Sweet soy.
That's oh my goodness, that looks so
Beautiful.
good.
Oh my gosh.
And then we'll just finish it with some sesame seeds.
Love that.
Gonna give it a little crunch and texture. Don't be shy, because it's a lot of fish and a lot of rice.
And a lot of magnesium in those sesame
Yeah,
seeds.
and then
Always
finish
good.
with a little green onion.
Oh my god. Okay,
Yes.
okay. So this already, I'm feeling very excited
So
about.
good.
How, my friend, how is this a taco?
Okay, so
Yes.
the taco part is snacking nori sheets.
Oh, okay.
They're a little thinner than the sushi wrapping nori.
Yeah.
And they're roasted a little bit longer.
Okay.
With some more oil and some flavorings.
I don't think I realized that.
Yeah,
That
it's
they
a
were
different
treated
product.
differently.
Yeah.
They're crispier, because sometimes if you
They
just
are.
get plain nori, it's a little chewy.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas
Yeah.
this has that texture.
So here's the taco part. You
Okay.
just break apart some fish
Okay.
and rice and all the sauces.
Yeah, and you scoop
And
it
you
and you
put it in
pop
the middle
it.
and you fold it up like a little taco.
Oh.
And you don't have to be a magician to make that disappear.
Ladies, would you like to join me?
Yes.
I'm gonna give this a go. I'm gonna make a little taco. Okay, we are getting
so
into
good.
this. I am very excited. This mayo situation. All right, let's get making tacos, ladies. Listen, we gotta take a quick break.
That's a move.
Spencer, what a delight. We'll be right
Yummy.
back. The good stuff is a good time. So why not subscribe to our weekly newsletter?
You feel good the rest of the day.
yeah. Get a sneak peek at upcoming episodes, access to weekly show highlights, and a one-stop roundup of all my latest recipes.
Everything that you make is like
so
delicious.
Simply scan the QR code to sign up for the Good Stuff newsletter. And join us right here weekdays on CTV.
Sounds great fun.
I would happily be at this party eating all of this deliciousness. We shared some appetizers that we are currently loving to make, but I gotta ask, when you go to a party and there's the classics, what's the thing you're standing next to until it's completely polished off?
That's a hard one.
I know. Spencer, do you know?
Melted cheese.
Dream, Anna.
That was what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Anything with cheese on it.
100%.
I know, I'm so boring. I was going to say cheese, but I will say meatballs.
Yes!
I love meatball, yeah.
And everyone knows, am a shrimp girl. What a delight. This was a blast. Thanks so much, guys. What a treat. That's our